Well, good morning. Here it is. It's Tuesday morning, and of course today is February the 6th, and it's rolling right along. And anyway, I hope that you had a great Monday. Hope that you were able to maybe you were able to ease into this week and kind of get things started in this new week that God has given us. And or maybe you just jumped right into it, whatever the case may be. But now God has, He's blessed us with the breath to breathe, here on this Tuesday morning. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope that you're feeling well, and hope that you're well rested and now ready to tackle the opportunities God has given us, because every new day God gives us is a day of opportunity. This morning I want to share a devotional with you entitled "Give It Your All." In Galatians chapter 5 verse 7, it says this: "You are running the race so well. Who has held you back from following the truth?" The Bible it's an honest book. It gives us its heroes, warts and all. It tells us the truth so that we can find hope and comfort from people, just like us. I mean, just think of some of the individuals, in the Bible who had, so much potential, but they self-destructed in the end. I mean, take Saul, for example. God had, you remember, we've been talking about some of these individuals, and Saul was one of them. And, God had appointed him as, the first king of Israel. God's spirit came upon Saul. The Bible tells us, and he prophesied. King Saul, you see, he had tremendous potential, to do good things for his nation, but he disobeyed God. And he allowed pride and paranoia to destroy him. And he met a tragic end out on the battlefield. Ultimately, Saul, he had no one to blame but himself. He had everything he needed to make a difference, but he threw it all away. And then there was Samson, whom God, had blessed with superhuman strength. He was able to vanquish, his enemies with relative ease. Yet he squandered his potential in continual compromise and, culminating in his own death. Samson, he had his moments of greatness, his moments when God worked through him. But it was Samson's fault that he never fully, realized his potential. Gideon, he came from humble origins, but God chose him to lead the children of Israel into battle. God used him mightily, to vanquish Israel's enemies. But in the end, Gideon, he lowered his standards and he fell into immorality and pride. His beginnings were good. He had his great moments, but everything came crashing down in the end. Lifted like Gideon from humble origins. I mean, King David, he became beloved of God, as the man after his own heart, as 1 Samuel 13:14 tells us. He was a good king, and God did use him. But like his persecutor Saul, David also played the fool and almost threw his entire life away. And to some degree, he undid some of the great good that he had done. Fortunately, in the end, David, he came to his senses, he repented, and God, he restored him. But it was not without facing, the continual, repercussions of, the sin in his own life. Now here was someone who started well, who faltered and was almost destroyed, and then in the last moment he began walking with God again. Yet he still paid a price for it. These people, they all started out with great potential, but they didn't all find their way across the finish line. Maybe you can relate to them. Maybe you've been sidetracked. Maybe there was a time when, you had an intense commitment to Jesus Christ, but other things have begun to crowd him out. It isn't too late. Don't let your life be wasted. And maybe as you look at your spiritual life, on this Tuesday morning, you realize that you're not doing well. You realize that you're easing up and maybe you're slowing down, or maybe you've even walked off the track, so to speak. You see, now's the time to get back into the race, and to give it everything that you got, so that one day you won't wake up and realize that you've wasted the resources and the potential that God has given you. That's my goal for my life. I want to finish well. Whatever God has for me, in the last days of whatever my life is, and I want to finish well. I want to be, do what He wants me to do, and to be obedient. And that's the goal that we all as believers should have, is to finish well in whatever God has for each one of us. But anyway, hope that encourage you here on this Tuesday morning. Hope you have a wonderful day. And, remember, Angie and I, we love you guys, and we're praying for you. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless you.